What? They want me to do what? What are they saying? Three more right to travel videos. I already said I wasn't doing anymore. Okay, three more. That's it. Just when I think I'm done, they pull me back in. All right, which three? It better be there better be something good. All right. I can show people how to do this. I know my AI runs a little bit differently, smoother, better, deeper than the regular ones, but I basically show people how to do this. Oh, they like how I break it down and mine gets more information. Well, I'm glad you asked that. Because that's probably because I created a custom little package that people like these people can get on blacksite32.com or jamesclovett.com under Chat GPT AI programming guide, where all they have to do is buy it, watch the video, download it, copy, paste that information right into theirs, and it'll run like mine. Because there's companies that have actually come to me and asked me about that. And so they're studying my work and videos so that they can create AIs that run like mine. All right. So anyway, what three states? Hawaii, Massachusetts, and Nevada? Should we do them all in one video or break them all up? Oh, break them up would probably be better. Okay. Hey, you guys run all the numbers and the metrics. That's fine. Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Bad Wolf. Today, the man in white, but I'm always really dressed in black, if you know what I mean. Actually, it's more like almond mocha, smoked pecan. Um, so let's get into it. Didn't mean for you guys to hear the whole back staff thing. It's kind of one-sided, but we're gonna start off with Hawaii because it's on top of my list. And then I played my own shit. It went something like this. Hit it. Do 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 do. Boom, boom. All right. I need you to do another right to travel. Let's go to Hawaii this time. And I also note that that state is a little different with its tribal public slash state governance, but let's see what you can find. Now, understand mine is actually running a little bit better than normal because of my most recent updates and upgrades to it. So let's see what it do. Okay, so right out of the gate, it's giving me two different here. Hawaii, let's see here. It's the only U.S. state that used to be an internationally recognized kingdom. That is true. Hawaii. Okay. All right. So it says here the word driver, which is one of the first places you should attack when dealing with right to travel in any state, is their definition of it. Their lack of saying that it's commercial, but here's the thing: we know that they can only govern commercial, public. So though it doesn't say commercial, it is commercial. You could even put that in there. So you guys commercial and public administration? So you're not private. Gotcha. Motor vehicle. Once again, they don't mention that it's not private because, well, we know it's not. Vehicle, transported, once again, these are all commercial terms. Hawaii has no clear statutory definition for non-resident aside from tax purposes. This is another weak spot to attack. They have no definition for non-domestic or foreign private vehicles. Non-residents need not obtain a driver's license if licensed elsewhere. So what is this really saying? This little breakdown says if you're a non-resident, meaning somebody private, you do not need a driver's license if you are licensed elsewhere. Well, what if you created your own entity and you created your own private license? Guess you don't need one in Hawaii then. Out of state vehicles may operate for 30, 60, 90 days without registration. What are they really saying here? They're saying if you're out of state and you have a vehicle, here's the key word though, operate. This is a licensed registrant function here. So they're saying if you may be here for 30, 60, or 90 days, if you're a vehicle entity that should be licensed and registered here, or could be, you can do it for up to these time frames. Hawaii's right to travel restrictions are federally preempted, meaning the federal law comes first. You have the right to travel to go between the different islands and use the interstate and international. The right to travel between the states, right to travel is a liberty. Now, some people would argue and say, well, right to travel only means the ability to go locomotion between these states. Okay, okay, let's just say you're right. Let's say you're 100% right. The law allows for interpretation. That's what the law says. And the law says that if it's vague and right to travel, you guys are saying some of these pillow biters are saying that right to travel is vague. Okay. Well, the law says that anywhere where it's vague, it must be either rewritten or side on the air or air on the side of the individual. So if I argue my version of right to travel, they must go with it. Now they can rewrite it after, but then they're going to have to give it two definitions. One means between the states, physical travel only, and the other one, a right and benefit of private persons or private individuals, because I brought it up. And my case would then not be subjected to this because they did it after. Look here, under right to travel, because this is another right to travel case, it says interstate travel cannot be taxed or restricted. Well, they tax you for driving, and when you're a driver, they restrict you. So under right to travel, it's not just going between the areas. They argued that here. States may not infringe or burden travel. They may not infringe, so they may not stop. They must not burden. So once again, right to travel could be a double entendre, and it has two meanings. It also says states cannot restrict the movement of citizens. They can only regulate the public, administrative, and the registered. Unique sovereignty and kingdom issues support private travel. It says here, because Hawaii's annexation was questionable, the state's jurisdiction is not presumed. Many U.S. federal courts admit Hawaii's sovereignty issues exist. Native Hawaiians have their own claim to sovereignty. So Hawaiians are the natives, are the nationals. Under the Constitution, because Hawaii, though not exactly willingly or happy-go-lucky to do so, but they registered under the Constitution, the federal government. They waived some of their sovereignty, probably because they had a GUN pointed at their tribe. Cough, cough, wink, wink, educationally speaking. So Hawaii cannot create laws that infringe federally protected rights. And we know here, right here, travel is a federally protected right. Hawaii traffic laws, the word traffic is commercial. So therefore, Hawaii's traffic laws equal commercial regulation only. Private travel, non-paid, non-public offering, owned by the private national or Hawaiian or Native American or national, is constitutionally protected. Here are arguments that devastate Hawaii's jurisdiction. They have no statutory definition for private travel, none for non-resident vehicle, none for foreign vehicle, nothing that binds private nationals. Motor vehicle lacks commercial qualifier. So they're not directly saying that motor vehicle in their state is commercial by its definition, but other states use motor vehicle commercially. So they could clean this up. It could be used either way. They have no authority to regulate non-commercial travel unless you're doing damage or infringing on someone else's rights. They are bound to the federal jurisdiction, constitutional protections, keep interstate travel to and from islands open. The state cannot overcome the lack of written definitions. They don't have them. They cannot presume jurisdiction if you're a private traveler. So once again, if you're in Hawaii, I mean, you'd have to either get your car over there, or else I guess one that you bought there. If you're going to do it privately, they probably at first wouldn't even know what you're doing or understand it. But any law enforcement, you're going to have to build your stuff. One thing I didn't mention in the last Louisiana video is that it would be prudent to create, and everybody watches these videos. I don't care what state you're in. I've already done it in mine, but more people should be on it for real. If you're going to right to travel, you need to be putting out your declaration, your affidavits. You don't have to give them all your personal information, all right? But you should be telling them, hey, if you want, you can even do it anonymously, but you should be sending it to your sheriff, your chief of police, your district attorney, attorney general for your state, your governor, your mayor, secretary of state, filing it at the courthouse. Mail it all in. If you want to do it anonymously, just do it anonymously. You want to put your name on it, put your name on it. You want to tell them to record it, pay the fee, and get it recorded, even though really they should not be charging us a fee as private citizens. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe they charge us when we go in there and we don't tell them that we're private citizens, but they assume we're nationals and national or assume we're U.S. citizens and U.S. citizens have to pay because they're public. Private nationals should not have to pay anything where the money is received if they receive any monies from us directly or the government because we're paying into it. But I'm sure that's an argument that they will try to have with you. So be smart, pick your battles. But once again, this is another state that doesn't have anything written on it. So that's an open sheet for people who are there to do it because if they arrest you or prosecute you, sit back because you're about to collect a check. Now, that doesn't give you the ability to say, oh, I'm going to try to be snaky, like some of these guys with their baby oil, no Diddy intended, and spraying it on the floor at the grocery store and then falling on it and trying to sue. That's why they have cameras. So if a police officer, judge, or whoever else thinks that you're abusing your right to travel, they can still arrest you and do a lot of things to you. In the Department of State, if you're using that passport, they can shut it off. They can cut it up. Police officers can't. They need a warrant and they have no right to destroy it or take federal property. That's a lawsuit. They know that. Just in that action, that then means that they waive their state immunity. And to help out some cops out there, because they're not all bad, there's actually way more good than bad. Hey, to the stupid ones, don't get it on video that you say, oh, well, just go ahead and sue us because you're opening the door for the lawsuit to be perfected. And that could be misconstrued to mean you can go after that person in their private capacity. And then your insurance or risk management department, your bonds, they're not gonna support you. And they're gonna say you waived it. Of course, then you can go after them and you can go after them too, but it's a shit show. So anyway, that's why Hawaii. Aloha. So take care of yourselves. On to the next one.